Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously part 2 of a little IM3 review. So, what we're basically going to cover in this video is factoring a difference or sum of two cubes, okay? And here are some of the problems that was given to me. Notice in problem 11 down here, okay, I'm given -1, and the key thing to remember, guys, -1 is really -1 cubed, correct? That's what you got to recognize. And I'm also given 125m cubed, which you should recognize as a 5m quantity cubed, because 5 cubed is 125, right? And notice there's a minus between them. So the rule of factoring the difference between two cubes simply goes like this. I take my first term, in this case -1. Because it's a minus between the two cubes, I'm going to do a minus, okay? If that was a plus, I would do a plus there, okay? And of course, I'm going to minus the 5m, okay? So what am I going to do now is times that quantity with the first term squared. So what's -1 squared, guys? Well, that's +1, right? Now here comes a key part. Because that was a minus, here, to get all the other terms canceled out, I need a plus. So again, that minus means a plus there. If it started with a plus, I would have a minus where I put the plus there. Okay? But anyways, so continuing on, what do I do next? I'm just going to multiply those two terms together. What's 5m times -1, guys? -5m, right? And then finally, I'm going to take the last term right here in purple, the 5m, and I'm going to square it. So what's 5m times 5m? 5m, a plus 25m squared. And so we should be able to find this answer, guys, down below. And I'm looking, and C is definitely wrong. Aha! B matches perfectly, doesn't it? So the answer was B. Okay, pause the video if you need to. We are going to do a couple more. Okay, let's look at number 9 down here, guys. I hope you realize that this time there's a squared there, right? So this one's actually factoring a difference of two squares. Okay? And hopefully you know that rule. If not, I'm going to give you a quick crash course. Does everybody agree 9b squared is really a 3b that's squared? And the 1 right there is really a 1 that's squared. 1 times 1 is 1. And of course, we have that minus between them, right? So what is the rule for difference of two squares? Is simply, I take the first term, I minus the second term, and I times it with the first term, and I plus the second term. The key thing, guys, is we want one to be plus and one to be minus, so we have terms when we multiply canceling each other out. And this right here, guys, is what we call the difference of two squares when you factor it. And if you look carefully, the answer is B again, isn't it? So the answer is B. Okay, one more. Over here, see that a to the third power, guys? Well, we should know that's really a to the third. Notice the minus in between. So we know there's a minus. And the 1, again, is simply a 1 that's cubed, right? So here's the rule one more time. We take the first term, a, right there, okay? And then we're going to minus, since that was a minus. If that was a plus, that would be a plus down there, okay? And then the second term, 1, we do that as well, okay? And then I'm going to take a minus 1, I'm going to times it with, now I'm going to take the first term again, but this time I'm going to square it. You see, guys, here's how we're going to get a cubed, 8 times a squared, okay? But anyways, so I take the first term a, I square it. because it's a minus here, I'm going to do a plus here. And now I'm going to times the two terms together. So what's a times 1? Well, that's just an a, right? And then finally, I'm going to take the last term right there, that 1, and square it in. And what's 1 times 1? 1. So here is my factored form. And when I look down here, well, that one's there just to trick us, isn't it? Be careful, distractors. And notice, well, this is weird. I get the answer B again, don't I? Yeah, the other ones have pluses. See that? So that can't work with difference of two cubes. All right, so the answer was B again. So guys, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you got a little better feel for difference of cubes. They didn't give us a sum of two cubes, but it works pretty similar to that. Until next time, bye.